There's been a lot of talk about secession in recent years, and this talk of secession seems to be the exclusive property of the Republican Party and libertarians. For some reason, when Republicans or libertarians don't get their way, they always threaten to secede from the Union, or pull out their guns and threaten to shoot everyone, as though they could do any better.
I know what you mean. I saw the video you did addressing the struggle between Union Blue nationalism and Confederate Gray traitors. Whoa, boy, you laid it out on the table when you called those supporters of secession traitors. I bet those libertarians didn't like that, did they?
Oh, they didn't like it at all. A lot of those libertarians got their panties in a ruffle and started greasing up their guns. Past videos I had done, I tried to deny Ron Paul ever advocated secession. But this time I included a video of him clearly saying he thought secession was all right. I wonder how many of those guys let off with a clip of automatic fire out the window at some hapless birds. Oh, man, they were mad.
Now, don't get like them. Getting bitter like a libertarian only hurts your cause, you know.
Well, alright, let's go for a little walk. From the looks of your big fat ass, you could use a little exercise. What do you think?
And all right, I agree. I need to get a little bit of walking in. Let's go. You lead the way.
You sure you wanted to go this way? This doesn't look so good. No, we don't have a gun. And we are in America now. This might not be very safe.
Yeah, don't you worry. I've got a gun in my coat pocket. Anyone messes with us, I'll just blow them away. Is that alright with you?
I don't understand where these people are coming from, especially those libertarians. They aren't as dumb as the teabaggers are, you know. Some of them actually think pretty clear. Don't they know any form of secession would destroy the United States? Do they know the consequences of secession? Do they know?
Don't blame them too much. There is a type of person who will follow anyone as long as that person is made into a Christ figure like Ron Paul, you know. It's a personality disorder. No matter how many faults Ron Paul has, libertarians will walk off a cliff for the man if he told them to do it.
Oh, I know. I run into those Paulites all the time. There's no talking to them. They're always a bunch of know-it-alls and they act so superior to everyone. You know what I mean? It's just that when they advocate secession, they are really calling for the downfall of the American government. There's no difference between Al-Qaeda and this threat from within our own borders. Both want to destroy our government.
Of course there's a difference. Al-Qaeda is a bunch of fundamentalist Muslims, and libertarians are Americans. Don't you know the difference between the Americans and fundamentalist Muslims? What's the matter with you?
There is a very strong streak of Christian fundamentalism within Ron Paul and his followers. When it comes to fundamentalism, there isn't a big difference between the two. The goal of both fundamentalist groups is to bring down the American government. That is how they are the same. That is why Al-Qaeda and the libertarians are working for the same thing. They both want to bring down the United States government.
I hate to admit it, but I see what you mean. In the meantime, this place looks pretty dangerous to me. There could easily be a fundamentalist or libertarian sniper hiding around here. Let's get out of here and go somewhere else. This is a little better, but there's still a lot of danger around here. I have to agree. Those libertarians and teabaggers have a habit of backing political positions that ultimately harm themselves. Really now, supporting secession can only hurt a state in the end.
I know. These libertarians are like ants floating down the river on their backs, yelling, "Raise the drawbridge!" Have you ever seen a more self-centered bunch of egotistical little babies, all trying to satisfy their own selfish desires? It really is all about them, and to hell with the rest of the country.
It is incredibly selfish. If a state like Texas withdrew from the Union, untold numbers of retired military veterans would stop getting their pensions. About 1 million Social Security recipients would be cut off. In 2007, Texas received about $40 billion in Defense Department contracts. All that would be gone. What in the world is the matter with those people? Do they know what they're doing?
I know. And on top of that, Texas has received more federal disaster relief than any other state. If Texas seceded from the Union because of those libertarians, I'm afraid it wouldn't take too long before the citizens of Texas rounded up Ron Paul and his libertarian loonies and had an old-fashioned hanging party at the old oak tree. It'd be all over for those libertarians, I'm telling you.
That's assuming, of course, there would be a tree to hang those libertarians by. After the 82nd Airborne turned Texas into a burned-out parking lot.
None of that matters, though, to these libertarians. Unable to look past their Ron Paul noses, they will continue to claim secession just fine. No harm will come to the seceding state, and no harm will come to the United States. Totally consumed with themselves, they don't care who they harm or what happens to our country. Because they don't care, anyone who defends and advocates secession is an enemy of the state. They are just as dangerous as Al-Qaeda to our nation.